Welcome to part 2 of the chicken wire ghost bee tutorial. I'm Sandy, I'm from Spiral Crafts and Workshops, and today in this second video we'll be showing you how to make the wings here and attach them onto the body of your bee. Now if you haven't got the body of the bee yet, then check out the link below for the part 1 video which shows you how to make the body and the head. And then in the third video, which will be coming up, we'll show you how to make the antenna and get those attached on as well. If you want notifications when videos go live, hit the subscribe and the bell button down below. And if you've got any comments or questions, leave those down below as well, and I'll get back to you with a written answer, or maybe even film you a little bit of a short if it's a complicated one. So this video, I'll do a quick run through the tools and materials that you need to do the whole bee and what you need for the wings, and then we'll get on with the making. So let's go. Okay, I have moved on to the hands view so you can see closely what my hands are doing as we go through the making of the bee. But let's start with the tools that you're going to need. You're going to need a pair of tin snips. You're going to need a pair of wire cutters. You're going to need a pair of pliers. You can either use flat nose or chain nose, and it's easy either way. I've got my magnetic gadget, which is telescopic. That picks up the loose bits of wire as I'm working and keeps me tidy and clean. I've got a pair of leather palmed gloves. If you can get leather backs, all the better, but you definitely need leather palms when you're dealing with the chicken wire. You will need a ruler, at least 30 centimetres long. You'll need a marker pen so that you can mark the wire so you know where to cut. And that is it on your tools, apart from your safety glasses and some sort of canvas apron or canvas clothes, which I've already got on, to protect your clothing and protect your eyes while you're working. So because these are so important, I'm just going to put them on now while we run through the other things that you're going to need in the materials department. First thing you're going to need is the chicken wire. Now this is for the body of the bee, so it is 40 centimetres by 40 centimetres. I will put a list of the measurements down below in the description so you can pick them up from there as well. So for the bee body video, you will need 40 centimetres by 40 centimetres of chicken wire and leave it in a rolled position. For the wings, when you do the wings in video 2, you will need 2 pieces of chicken wire that measure 18 centimetres by 13 centimetres, and you want to flatten those out so that they're nice and sort of flush to the tabletop. I wouldn't actually do that without gloves on because I can already feel it getting into my fingers. So you want 2 pieces 18 by 13 centimetres. Then when you get onto video 3 and you're doing the antennae, the materials you need are 2 pieces of 1mm galvanised steel wire, and these are 30 centimetres in length. So you want 2 of those, one for either side of his head. And that is all you need to make your ghost bee. So let's get started. So let's get on with the wings. Now in video 1 you should have made your bee body, which will have looked something like this, with your neck in place and your rounded ends out on either side. You need your pliers again, all your equipment, and what we're going to do are the wings. So put your body to one side for a minute and take your 2 individual pieces of chicken wire that you cut earlier. These are 13 centimetres by 18 centimetres. And what I did was I just prepared a shape, which is this, to put the chicken wire over, because it just makes it easier to cut the sort of shape you want. It's actually a little bit short, I could probably go a little bit longer. And what you want is long bits of wire at this end so you can attach it on to your bee, and then it needs to be sort of as neat as possible around the outside. But it doesn't matter if you've got, well, you're going to have sticky out bits, let's face it. You're not going to be able to do it any other way with chicken wire without putting an extra wire in place, and I'm not doing that today. So it's a ghost bee. So what we're going to do is cut that sort of a shape. For the record, this is about 15 centimetres across here, but like I say, you can actually go a little bit longer. I've got my wire cutters here, and I'm just going to trim it really. So I kind of want to cut that little bit off. And it is an approximation. You're not going to have anybody looking at it and, well, you might have somebody looking at it and measuring it, I don't know, but I don't think I've got anybody on my side of the family that would be overly obsessive with measuring it. So I'm going to take that little bit off and come round up here. Sort of out there kind of thing. So you just cut in round. I can leave that one on. I'll leave that there. I think I'm quite long on that one. How's that looking? Yeah, we're getting there. So I might leave it on the card and just cut round it really. I might leave that and just make it a bit smaller. Same with that one. Oops. That should come off now actually. It does. And then cut that a bit smaller. Do be careful when you're cutting, because wires do ping off, but if you've got your safety glasses on you should be okay. That's why we wear them. But it's also a good idea when you're cutting, if you something like that, if you just put your hand, get your pliers in place where you want them. Put your hand over the top. Don't touch the pliers and just cut it like that, and it stops it from pinging up in your face. So I've got my safety goggles on, so I'm good to go today. I'm getting lots of little pieces. Again, this is where my little wire tool comes in useful. I can just get them out of the way. And that is your first wing. Now you will need to cut your second one exactly the same on there. I've done them horizontal. You could, if you wanted, do them that way round, but because these are horizontal and I'm going to put them on, I want to put them on that way so that those are kind of going that way and these are going the same way. If you can see, so those are going that way, lengthwise, long side, and these are going that way, long side. So that shape, I've put it on that way round because that's the way it looks the best. For me, but you don't have to, you can put it on that way round if you want to, or if that matches better with your beat as you've made it. So I'm going to cut this one, yeah, I'll cut this one and then I'll come back to you and we'll show you how to put them on. So there we are, I've now got two very similar looking wings using my little template that I drew up. So I can put that off to one side, I can keep the wings, put this off to one side, and we can get on with attaching them to the bee. So you want to bring your body back in, and then you want to decide, so I keep seeing things sticking up all over the place and I always want to stop them sticking out because they attack me. Right, so what you want to decide is where you want to, you've got your curved edge, you've got your flat edge here, and your flat edge is what goes against the body of your bee. So you want to decide, I would say, just at the, you've got a shoulder here, you've got the neck coming in and you've got the shoulder, and I think just, for me, just at the shoulder is where I want the wings to be, maybe a square down from the shoulder, yeah, somewhere there, I think. So if I hold them in place there and there, so if I hold them in place there and there, is that what I want them? I can look at it from different angles and think, yes, that's where I want them to be. So I'm happy there. I can always just stick a little mark on your wire to say that's where you want them to go. Hopefully you can find it again afterwards. And then what you want to do is you need something nice and long down here to be able to attach with. So I'm going to take the twisted bit and I'm going to put a cut in the middle of it, like that, and on this side as well, cover it up. And then open those out. You will get little bits falling off, don't worry about it, that's natural. And like I say, encourage them to fall off and then it's a bit easier. Get a little magnetic gadget round. Right, so that, turns out I've got another extra bit there. So now I've got nice four or 6 ends that I can attach onto my bee. I've decided I like it, I've got the seam here and the horizontal, and I'm going to put the wings on the top. So I'm going to find my mark where I put my mark, and I'm going to put the chicken wire where I want it. So that's that. I want it sort of on the shoulder, and so this is what always happens, it gets entangled. So I want to go down a little bit from where I was, like that. So I don't want it on the top, I actually want it off to one side. So I'm going to put it there, and then you can grab your pliers, find a way to hold it first. There we go. And then grab your pliers, bring your pliers in, and do I want it there or do I want it further up? No, I'll have it there. I'll have it kind of there. That might be better going in. It's just a matter of fidgeting around where you can get the most connection with the wires. There we go, I'll put it there. And then you want to push your wires underneath onto your bee, so you put your wing in, and then your wires go in and into the body of the bee, and then you pull your wires there, pull them up through the chicken wire so they're wrapping around the body chicken wire, and then just keep wrapping. So that's now attached there, and I'm going to go down and this one's, I can't really attach this without twisting the bee a little bit, so I'm actually going to trim it. But you find these things out as you go along. So I'm just going to trim that piece off because I'm not going to attach with that. I'm just going to, where's my gadget? There it is. And then I'm going to go down the next wire that's inside the body of the bee at the moment. I'm just going to pull that up as well. Bring that through the holes and wrap it around and through, and you just keep going till you run out of wire basically. And then I'm not going to do all of them, all the wraps, because it's quicker if I just show you all the way down. And then that one, and you've got your, turn it that way so you can see, and then I've got my last wire which is there. Hold it where I want it, pull it through under the bee and under, and you can always go over the wing again or whatever secures it the best for your bee. So I've left the trailing ends, but I think you can see that he's got his first wing on now. Then just do the same thing with the other wing on the other side, and you'll be ready to attach your antennae in video 3. So I'll come back in a minute and just show you what the second one looks like when it's on and finish off. So there you have it, there's the bee with their 2 wings on, all attached. There are some loose ends on this one at the moment which I need to go through and just tidy up, and a little bit round the neck to make it a bit more even. But that's fundamentally it really for tutorial 2. If you've enjoyed the video, give us a like. If you want to get a notification for the final video where we're going to be adding the antennae with the wires, then hit the subscribe button and the notification next to it, and that'll let you know when the next video is up and ready. And give us a comment if there's any questions, if you need to see any extreme close-ups or anything like that, give us a comment down below and I will get onto it and get you something so you can know what you need to do. Okay, thank you. We shall see you soon with video number 3.